causes of toxins happening in the body. So when you eat too much, so let's say essentially your stomach is about that big, right? And I don't know if anyone ever eats that much, but
Two times.
but yeah, the stomach also stretches a lot, so we end up stretching it to be like probably twice, 3 times as much as that. But essentially, you're supposed to eat so your stomach is only 2/3 full at the most, because the stomach needs to move.
Weight? If Dr.
Well,
Health always tells me to eat more times.
Yeah, you need to eat more denser food, more calorie dense food, and more often. So every 2-3 hours. It's kind of a challenge, and in this modern world, it is a challenge. And for Vata people, as I said, it's just more about eating more often rather than having big portions at the same time. Because if you have a big portion at the same time, because of the irregular digestion, you can't really digest it properly. So it's a little bit of a waste. Yeah. So it really disturbs the digestion when you eat too much at the same time. So yeah, incompatible foods, that's also one thing in Ayurveda. We see some foods, they need different enzymes to digest than other foods. So especially if you're a Vata or Kapha person, it's important to take note of those. Like Pitta tends to be able to digest everything, so it's also important, but they wouldn't notice it as much. So things like milk and alcohol, for example, they're a really, really bad combination. You shouldn't do that. Or eating dairy products with meat, for example. Fruits with milk is also not a good. Yeah, fruits.
So like a smoothie, actually that thing.
Smoothie without milk would be best.
Yeah.
But smoothie with milk, so when you have fruit and milk,
What
that's
about
very
yogurt?
hard to digest. Yogurt is a little different. Yogurt is considered a little more sour, but I still wouldn't necessarily have yogurt with fruit. That's quite hard for the digestion. I know. I used to have yogurt and banana every morning before I met my Ayurvedic doctor. I was like, that was my standard breakfast. Yeah, but cow's milk should ideally be drunk on its own without anything else. So I'm more like for Vata people who are like have difficulty sleeping. So before you go to bed, you warm up fresh cow's milk. So that's coming straight from the cow that's warmed up. No. Yeah, exactly. The one on your balcony. That one. But
cold.
no, not cold. No.
Freshly, you just squeeze it.
It's warm. It's not
Well,
cold.
you keep the cow.
Yeah. So yeah, milk in general, that's a very controversial thing. In Ayurveda, it's very sweet, heavy, and if you're a Vata person, it's good for you. But a Kapha person should stay away from milk completely because it just creates mucus, it creates too much heaviness. Very important thing for reducing the toxins is to make sure that we actually don't suppress our natural urges. So natural urges like sleeping, farting, burping, sneezing, crying, going to the toilet. So if you need to pee, you should go to pee and not hold it in, because basically you reabsorb all the toxins back into the body the moment you hold it. So not holding anything in, and like whatever you feel. I mean, you can't have a taboo in our Western world that you can't fart in public and you have to hold it the whole time. But it's really bad for you to do that. So yeah, I mean, consuming too much heavy food, for some people heavy food is good, like, but even for a Vata person, if it's too heavy, it's also hard to digest. And especially for Kapha, you try to stay away from really heavy foods. And heavy we mean like lots of oil, too much quantities, or like, heavy, like meat is also quite heavy in general. Like vegetables and fruits tend to be lighter foods. And so dairy, like wheat, meat, nuts are like heavier foods, basically.
What is with drinking then? Because you're also not supposed to drink that much during meals, right? According to Ayurveda.
Yeah, like you can sip a little bit of warm water or warm tea, but not too much so you don't dilute your digestive juices. Again, for a Vata person who tends to be more dry, they can have some more water. Naturally, coffee people tend to drink less because they're already quite moist and oily. So, so yeah, depends. I mean, if you really have digestive issues, I would say wait half an hour before and after meal before you drink anything. But if you're really feeling like thirsty and dry mouth, and have a sip of warm water is the best. Yeah.
So no chilled water, no cold water.
No,
in
no,
Ayurveda.
no. Cold water is not good for anyone really. Pita people love cold water. They have like ice cold from the fridge usually, especially when they're in warm temperatures. But it's actually really causes lots of imbalance. Even though you feel like it's cooling you off, it's not really. That's why they drink hot tea in the desert. In the hot desert, because the tea makes you sweat and it actually cools you off.
I learned this